try and make a bouquet. It's my sister's birthday tomorrow, so I thought, what a great opportunity to go live, but also make this beautiful bouquet. This is not my pattern. Um, if I ever upload some type of tutorial of this in a different way, I will link the person who actually made this. But I thought it was so beautiful, and it is a great little gift that you can make for a birthday, for a friend, or just anything like that that celebrates some type of gift of love. So I thought we'd do that today together. And yeah, let's get started. So all I will be using is a 1.9 millimeter hook. This one's a little bit rusty now, but it's okay. And then also some 4-ply cotton yarn, as you can see here. So I'm going to use this sort of beigey color, but I can also use like a dark brown or a brown, something that just shows that I have a wrap. And this will be the bouquet wrap. And then in white, I'm going to do like the more like um how to explain it, like kind of like that floral area at the top. Hey Adam, hey, thanks for coming, thanks for joining us. We're making a bouquet. Okay, so let us begin. This is going to be relatively straightforward at the beginning, and hopefully we can do this sort of fast. And I'm going to be making 6 single crochet stitches inside a magic ring. So this is number 4 single crochet, number 5 single crochet, and number 6 single crochet right there. Then we're going to pull the yarn tail just like that so we can close that magic ring. And then my hook is going to be inserting into this very first stitch. Here's the very first stitch, as you can see here. And then from here, we're going to crochet in a spiral. So instead of doing that slip stitch and chain one, we'll crochet in a spiral, and we're just making that bouquet for our flowers. So in the second round, we're going to be making increases in every stitch until we have a total of 12 stitches. So I currently have, after this one, it will be 4 stitches or 2 increases done. This will be the third increase right here. This will be the 4th increase, 1 and 2, the 5th increase, 1 and again number 2, and then finally our 6th increase, 1 single crochet stitch and 2 single crochet stitches right there. So that is the second round. Now all complete. Let us continue on to the third and fourth round. So in the third round, we're just doing a single crochet and an increase, but we have to repeat that 6 times. The benefit of a live is that you get to see me doing this from start to finish completely, but then the benefit also of a tutorial is that basically you get the chance to do this by yourselves because I cut a lot. So like I'll explain one round and then you guys will be able to do the next, and so on and so forth. So here is the third round, the third time that I've repeated that pattern, single crochet and increase. This one here is the 4th time, single crochet, and here's the increase. Then the 5th time, single crochet and increase. Now this is going to get better and better and bigger as we go on. Now we've got one more to go, single crochet, and of course our increase as well. Now I do believe that's the 6th time. Yes, it was. So in this round, we're going to make 2 single crochet stitches and then an increase. And again, you have to repeat this 6 times all the time because in that very first magic ring, we made 6 single crochet stitches inside that magic ring, which means when we make these increases at this point, I have to repeat everything a total of 6 times unless I completely change the pattern. But yeah, you can see sometimes a multiple of 6 or knowing your multiplications in sixes is like a crocheters thing that they need to know. So here we go, just doing 2 single crochet stitches and an increase. Let's see how many more we have of these. 1, 2, 1 increase, and do we have any more? Are we good? 1, 2, I think that's it. So that's the 6th one there. Now I'm just going to pull out this yarn and try to give myself a little bit of non-knotted yarn because sometimes for some reason the yarn likes to just automatically get tangled up over here. Hey, Flush Bean, you're here, 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 sorry, here. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thanks for coming. 2:24 in your country. Oh gosh, that's very early in the morning. All right, go to sleep, go to sleep. No problem at all. All right, let's continue. So this is the third round. We're going to increase again until we have 30 stitches in the round. So 1, 2, 3, increase, repeat again 6 times. 1, 2, 3, and increase. So that was the second time. Here's the third time. 1, 2, 3, and increase. Then we need to do the fourth time. 1, 2, 3, increase. And then of course the fifth and sixth time. So 1, 2, 3, and of course an increase. And then the last time for this round, 1, 2, 3, and increase. There we go. All right. So we've got 2 more increase rounds to go before we finish. And so right now we have 30 single crochet stitches in our round. And when I say round, this is what I mean by round, this whole thing going all the way around. And yeah, so we've got 2 more increase rounds. And when I say increase, I'll just help you know what that means. So for example, here, I'm starting off the round right now. I'm making 4 single crochet stitches first, and then I have an increase in this next stitch so that the circle gets larger and larger, or wider and wider. So here's the increase, 1 single crochet stitch, come back in that same stitch and make a second one. So that's what I mean when I say we have an increase round. Just means we are making the circle wider or larger here. So 4 single crochet stitches and then an increase, 4 single crochet stitches again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase, 1 and 2. Let's do it again. We've got another 2 of these to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase, 1, the second increase right there, and finally 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase. And there we go. So that's the end of that round as well. 1, 2, oh no, we still have one more. Whoopsie. 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase. Okay, hopefully that was it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so you can see I've got a little bit of a tangled situation over here, so I've got to undo that first before I tangle it anymore. Just got to be really delicate with this yarn as well. Cotton yarn is usually like a type of yarn where you can be a little bit rough. You don't have to be super delicate, but you just want to be careful anyway. All right, there we go. We've got one more increase round to go. So let's do this now. We've got 5 single crochet stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an increase, 1 and 2. Let's continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 with an increase next. 1 and 2. Then let's repeat that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with an increase. 1 and 2. Got a couple more to go of these. Repeating this pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and increase. 1 and 2. And let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with an increase to finish that off. 1 and 2. And do we have any more? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think we have maybe 1 or 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 with an increase at the end there, and there's probably one more to go, either 1 or 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are done. We are done. So this is the end. Hey, Starry RX, how are you? Thanks for coming. So glad to have you here. So this is as wide as we want our bouquet keychain. This is as wide as we want it. So from this point now, we're going to work in the back loop. So we have 42 stitches in our round, 42 stitches, and we're going to work in the back loop now. And you'll see what I mean by a back loop all the way around for 42 stitches. So here you can see we've got a front loop here. This is the one that's closest to us, your front loop. And then you have the back loop underneath. So here's the back loop. I'm so good, Starry Alex. Thank you so much for asking. And I'm glad that you're good as well. So I'm going to insert my hook into just the back loop. As you can see, that's just the back loop right there. So if any crochet pattern tells you to work in the back loop, they might have an abbreviation that says BLO, and that means back loop only. I'm making a bunny, found a new technique and it's working. Oh, I'm so glad. I hope it works out all well. That's awesome. Well done to you. Crochet is not easy at the beginning, but it gets easier as you learn little things all like over time. So good on you. So I'm just going to be working in these back loops all the way around for 42 stitches. So let's see how fast we can do that now. So I'm just going to work in all of these back loops all the way around. And what this allows me to do, you might be thinking, why do you need to go in the back loop? Well, the thing is, I want to use these front loops later on with my white colored yarn. And that's the reason why I'm working in the back loop right there. And it also helps sometimes to make your project go the complete opposite way, like a 90-degree angle. But sometimes if you're not using that front loop that you leave behind, it's best not to just go in the back loop at all. Sometimes it's best to just go in both stitches, meaning the front and back loops at the same time. But again, it just depends what you're making, and if you want to use those front loops, you might want to do like a little slip stitch border around it. You might want to completely leave it. I mean, these things are completely up to you, but those are the things that help you determine whether or not you want to go into both the front and back loops, the front loop only, or the back loop only. And for this particular pattern, we are going in crocheting single crochet stitches inside all of these back loops until we finish our entire round. And in our round, as you can see, we're working in a round. That's why you call it a round. We have a total of 42 single crochet stitches. And we are almost done now. We're just up to that final increase we did last. We have another lovely knot that just happened there, probably because of the way I was holding my yarn, but there we go. Nice and easy to get that undone. Single crochet here and final back loop single crochet. So there is the main portion of our bouquet wrap. And now from here, it's going to be pretty nice and easy. And all we're going to do is make like maybe 7 or so rounds of just 42 stitches in both the front and back loops. So if this is like a great way for you to practice your single crochet stitches, because all you need to do is keep working in the round with single crochet stitches. And depending on how many rounds you do, this could take a quick while or a short while. It also depends on the speed in which you crochet. So this will probably take me a good 5 to 7 minutes to get that all done. Let's say one round is about 1 minute, hopefully, give or take a few seconds. Actually, it could be fun to time myself. I wonder if someone could time me after I do this round. I'll tell you when to start and I will just go and tell me how long it takes me to crochet 42 stitches in the round. I will have to prepare myself though, because I feel like, I don't know if you ever get this, but when you're put under pressure a little bit, that's where mistakes happen even more, especially when it comes to crochet, unless you're amazing at it, which I'm relatively good at crochet, but I wouldn't say like I am super fast or anything like that. Okay, we're almost done that first round. We're going to, someone time me for the second round. Hold on, I'll tell you when to begin. I just want to get myself some yarn as well. So I finished that first round there. I'm about to make my second round. So here we go. Ready? Takes you an hour. Let's see how long we can do this. All right, I'm going to start. Someone time me. Ready? Get something out. Ready? In 3, 2, 1, go. I feel like I'm going to be silent because I'm trying to concentrate on how fast I can do this. Don't forget to time me if you haven't already. I don't think I could even time myself because I don't even have a clock. But we're getting there. We're trying to speed race this round all the way through. This is literally as fast as I can crochet. I wish I was faster. But this is the best I'm able to master. Especially if the yarn is tangled. That's the worst thing to happen to you. How are we doing? I think we're almost or over halfway now. Let's hope we can keep going, keep going. No mistakes, please, 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 please. Let's go, let's go. Let's get those 42 stitches. Oh gosh, we're slowing down here. Don't slow down. I'm trying to tell myself. The yarn is getting tangled there. Oh, I can see the finish line. Come on. Almost done, almost done. Let's do that in 3 and 2 and stop the timer. Okay, how long did that take me? Is anyone there who timed me? Hopefully there was someone there who timed me, but I'm done now. Whenever I said I'm done. Whew, felt like I'm in a marathon race there. Alright, I'm gonna start the third round because there are a few of these to go. I feel like I'm a little bit more relaxed now because I'm not super fast, but whatever my time was there, I should try to beat it for the next round if you're able to tell me what my time is. Otherwise, I won't be able to try it again. Always gets tangled over here for some reason. Okay, so continue to crochet. This is round number 3, just with your normal single crochet stitches. Everything is looking great and dandy. Fine and dandy. And we're just going to continue with these beautiful single crochet stitches. Now I do my single crochet stitches yarn under, yarn over, yarn under, yarn over, yarn under, yarn over. And if you want me to take you through what I mean by that, just let me know in the comments and I can definitely explain that. I have a tutorial video about that as well. But a lot of beginner crocheters crochet as yarn over, and I don't particularly like the look of that, just as a subjective opinion. You feel bad, no one's here. Oh, that's okay. That's alright. In time, or next time. Sometimes they can be bad lives or good lives. But Starry Arcs, that's more than fine. I'm still gonna do this whether there are people or not, because it's good anyway. I mean, it will be published later, hopefully, so that if anyone wants to make this, they can make this too. And also, it might just be a terrible time for everyone, or maybe crochet's not that popular, or maybe this channel hasn't grown enough to be able to have people here. Who knows? But you're so sweet, and I really appreciate you, so thank you so much. So this is the 4th round. We're going to continue now to finish this 4th round, and I think I'll do maybe another either 4 or 5 rounds after this, just to get that length before we start any decreasing. But I'll have to see what it's looking like because I don't remember the exact pattern here, but I'm just going to do my best to eyeball it and see what looks good. And that's the main thing, right? You just want something to look good, but the pattern needs to make sense as well. You can't do random decreases or random increases either. It's got to be in line with a particular times table. In this case, it's usually in multiples of 6. but not always the case either. So it can change here. Yarn under, oh, let me see. Yarn under, put the yarn in front of the hook, yarn over on the back of the hook. Absolutely. Girl, you got it. Yes, it is. Girl, you have 50K subs. This channel is definitely popular. Thanks. Thanks so much. I guess just maybe the live is not the right timing, something like that. We're trying to grow this channel. It's still not quite monetized yet. We've got 3,000 watch hours, which is great. So we can do whatever, like, I think it's supers or something like that, if that ever happens, and create memberships, which I do have actually on this channel. But we can't do the monetization just yet, so I can't really make it a big business, this is what I'm trying to do. My best friend and I, Emmy, who's from the Philippines, which you've probably seen in some of the vlogs that we have done, especially that half marathon one. Guys, please check that out if you haven't already. We did a half marathon on Sunday with absolutely no experience, especially me. I have absolutely no experience. Um, and we completed it. I can't believe it. So go check that video out if you haven't already, and leave a comment so that I know you've watched it as well, because I love reading the comments. Um, but that was super fun. But yeah, anyway, so what I was saying is Emmy and I are best friends. We've been best friends for on 8 years now, actually. And the one of the goals is to try and get her here to Australia to visit my home country, and also the US, which is kind of like my second home because I have family there and I visit the US a lot. Um, just want her to visit my home places. I've been to her country like maybe 8 to 10 times now because she can't get in Australia because of Australia's quite strict on visas for some reason. So yeah, that's been tough, but that's the goal, and we're going to try and apply soon. But we're also hoping to make this crochet thing like a full-time job if we can, because it's super fun. I want to write some books about it. I want to do more crochet tutorials for you guys, have more vlogs about what we do and things like that. And hopefully it just becomes like a channel where we can all, grow as a community together and have fun. And I want this to be like a good, happy place. So that's my goal. Anyways, so thank you for being here in this live, even though we've only got 4 watches at the moment. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And we're almost finished now, this portion of the bouquet. So this is the portion where we just have it flat all the way down. Probably get up to about here before we start turning it in and start decreasing as well. So let's see how that works. So we've got single crochet stitches all the way. And I'm going to make this for my sister's birthday, who is turning, I think, 27 tomorrow. My goodness, time flies by so fast. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 rounds. We'll make this a 7th round, may as well, because I think it needs to be a little bit bigger. So this is round number 7. I don't think we caught my time for me doing that one round, unfortunately. So I can't try and beat it this time around, but that's okay. There's no one here at this point, so everyone must be either sleeping or it's a school day. That's why it's tough. Or I should have probably done this in the afternoon, but I'm just still trying to work out live times because it's kind of a hit or a miss with how many people are able to show up. And especially if most of my audience is like at school, it makes sense that they can't be here, right? And school is very important. So go to school, guys, if you if you don't. All right, continuing here. We have, I think this is the 7th round now once we finish, and we'll probably finish on the 7th. I'm just trying to see how this is looking. Or we can do one more as well just to make it look a little nice and just the desired thickness that we need. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 to 15, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think it's only like 7 rounds, but I'm just going to do one more just in case. So one more round of 42 stitches in total, and then I'm going to start decreasing. And the decreasing is pretty straightforward, although you do need to understand a few basic principles for it. And we'll talk through those in the very next round where I start the decrease round. So just bear with me, we'll do this final 42 single crochet round and then we will start decreasing where I'll explain a little bit about decreases because there are a few different types of decreases and not all decreases are specified in crochet patterns as well. Sometimes it will only be mentioned decrease and you kind of just have to figure out what type of decrease that is or what works best for you. So I'll show you what I mean by that in just a minute. Let's get to the end of this 42 single crochet round. And this is the 8th time that I've gone or crocheted in the round. Probably is looking a little bit big at this point, but it's okay. I still like it. And we're going to go right to see this increase. I don't know if you can see it, but you've got 2 stitches inside the 1 stitch here, so I know this is where I end, and this here is the final stitch in that. Okay, now this is the decrease round. So what we're going to do, the thing we did last was I think 5 single crochet stitches and an increase. So this time we're going to do 5 single crochet stitches and a decrease a total of 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then here's the decrease. So this is called an invisible decrease, and it's where you go in the front loop of the first stitch, and then you go directly into the front loop of that next stitch, and then you pull the yarn through and pull the yarn through again. So that is called, again, an invisible decrease. Invisible decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches in between, and let's make another invisible decrease. Front loop, pull the yarn through, pull the yarn through. Let's do it again. We have another 4 of them to go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and invisible decrease, front loop, pull the yarn through, pull the yarn through. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Front loop, pull yarn through, pull yarn through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Front loop, yarn through, yarn through. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Finishing off with front loop, yarn through, and yarn through. And that's the invisible decrease round right there. Okay, let us continue. We've got 4 single crochet stitches now. 1, 2, 3, and 4 with a decrease. So here's my first decrease. Let's repeat total of 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and invisible decrease. That's the second time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Third invisible decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4 with the fourth invisible decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the fifth invisible decrease. And finally, 1, 2, 3, 4 with the sixth invisible decrease. Okay, so now we have 3 decrease to go. So let's do the 3 decrease. 1, 2, 3, and then a decrease. There we go. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3 with a decrease, 1, 2, 3, and another decrease, 1, 2, 3, another decrease. We've got a few more of these to go. 1, 2, 3, and another decrease. And last one, I do believe, 1, 2, 3, and an invisible decrease to finish that off. And there we go. So we should have, let us count these actually. We should have 24 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24. Perfect. Okay, so at this point, we definitely need to fill this with some fiber filling. And this is just usually the stuffing that you add to your projects to give it some volume. So here's my stuffing, and I'm just going to pull this out a little bit and add my stuffing. So let's add this a little bit at a time. You can either add it with like a pair of cutters or something if the space here is a little bit too small, or you can't really compress your yarn together so that you can have it nice and compact inside. Completely up to you. I'm just using my fingers at this point. But we're going to continue adding stuffing as we go along, just to fill this all the way up as best as we can. Boom, boom, boom. Nice and neatly in here, as you can see. And I might even use a pair of cutters now as well, just to really compress that inside, keep it nice and condensed as best as possible. Might even add a little bit more, and I might do that in just a minute. Okay, so going to have my crochet hook come in here, and now in this round I'm going to make 12 decreases. So front loop, pull yarn through, and pull yarn through. So that's 1, this is 2, here's number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, halfway through, number 7, number 8, number 9, 10, 11, and final decrease, number 12. There we go. It's looking great. Now I'll add a little bit more fiber filling in here before we close it up even more. So let's just push it in here. I don't want to overstuff it either, so I just have to be careful with that. So that should be good enough. This is looking like the good beginning part of a bouquet. Now, as I make these next decreases, I am going to work in the back loops only. And I want to make 6 decreases. So let's come in here. 1. Oh, do I want to go in the back loops? Do I have to? I'm just trying to think. I don't think I have to actually. I can though, just to give it some definition. But alright, let's just try it. Back loops. And this is a different type of decrease that I'm doing here. So here I'm going back loop, and then I'm holding up the yarn, and then I'm going in the back loop again, and then pulling the yarn through all of that. So it's a different type of decrease. We can also call this single crochet 2 together, back loop only. back loop only, single crochet, 2 together, which is a type of decrease as well. So back loop only, and then single crochet, 2 together. Last one, back loop only, single crochet, 2 together. There we go. Now we probably didn't even need to do that back loop at that point. I don't think we do. Yeah, we don't. I'm just trying to think of it. We don't need to do that actually. But what we will do is just do regular decreases 6 times. So here it is. Let's do this. So single crochet once, single crochet twice, single crochet 3 times, single crochet 4 times, single crochet 5. Why am I saying single crochet the whole time? I mean decrease. Decrease number 6. Okay, from here we're only going to be working in the front loops. Just the front loops, and we're going to be working 6 increases here. So once, front loop only, twice. Then here, once, and front loop only twice. Then here, once, and what you could do actually, just before we finish this off, if we wanted to, we could do something a little bit different. We could work half double crochet stitches here, and we could do maybe like, or double crochet stitches. Oh, I don't know now. Maybe we can work 3 half double crochet stitches in one stitch here. Let's do it again. So 3 half double crochet stitches in the one stitch. This will just add some definition, I think. So that's twice. Here, front loop only. This will be the 3rd time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's 3. We've got 3 to go. Here, 1, front loop only. Where do we go? Here. 2 and 3. 2 more to go. Next front loop, working 3 half double crochet stitches in this. 2 and 3, and finally number 6. 3 half double crochet stitches in that front loop only. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And then I'm just going to come in here into that very first stitch and just make a slip stitch to join all of that together. There, that looks cool. That looks way better. There we go. Okay, so from this point, and I could have even made these double crochet stitches as well. It's really up to you guys how you want to do that. But at this point, I'm just going to make single crochet stitches. Since I slip stitched this, I'm going to chain 1 before I start the next round. And since we did 3 single crochet stitches in every stitch, that means I have a total of 18 stitches in my round currently. And I'm just going to work single crochet stitches now all the way around. So I'm going to have a total of 18 single crochet stitches. Guys, don't forget to subscribe and like this live if you haven't already. Thank you so much for being here. For those of you who are here, it's probably a terrible time to do a live because there's not many of you here, but I'm grateful for those of you who are here. So thank you so much. And we're going to be making these single crochet stitches all the way around until we finish the entire round. So we have another 2 more to go, I do believe. I can't even see where I've made that. Oh, here. This is where I made the slip stitch and chain 1. So I may as well continue that. I could just crochet in a spiral from that point. But again, it's completely up to you how you want to do this. I could have also made these double crochet stitches instead of half double crochet there. But again, completely up to you guys. Excuse me. So yeah, we're just going to make a couple more rounds of these single crochet stitches to finish off the end of the bouquet. And this will be very nice to have. We've got a few more things to go. We've got some flowers to make in different colors as we get there. I think I'm just going to continue now in the round. So I'm going to skip that slip stitch and just continue on in the round. Remember, we are working 18 single crochet stitches in every round to finish the bottom of this bouquet, which I have in single crochet stitches after we have just finished our half double crochet stitches as well. So we're almost done. I think maybe only one more round is maybe necessary at this point. Not even, it really just depends what looks good to you. So that's me finished there. Should I do one more round or leave it as is? I think I'll just do one more round. So 18 coming up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and finish off with number 18. And since I crocheted in a spiral there, I'm going to skip one stitch, come to the very next stitch, and just make a slip stitch to even all of that out. I'll cut off some yarn here because I'm going to sew it in a little bit later. That's another thing that I forgot. I don't know where my sewing needles are actually. So that's something I'll have to check soon. So here is part of our bouquet. Now we've got to do something here to these front loop stitches. So front loop, yes, stitches, I guess they are. So that's what we're going to do now. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to grab my hook. I'm going to grab some white yarn. And I'm going to pull out some of this white yarn so I can start working with it, making sure it doesn't get tangled up, as we seem to find ourselves getting tangled up all the time. And if you're a crocheter, I think you can completely agree with me that getting your yarn tangled is the worst. Okay, now we're just going to attach it at any point. I'm not really concerned where it's attached. And I do want it to be attached further away from this section here because it starts on different sides. So I want to make sure that I'm not really attaching it there. So I'm just coming to a different section and I'm just going to pull the yarn through, chain one, and then at this point, I'm going to make inside that a double crochet stitch, but not just one. I'm going to make a total of 3 double crochet stitches. And you might notice at the same time that I am weaving this yarn tail in as I go. So it lands on top of the hook. And here comes another 3 double crochet stitches. 1, 2, and 3. Let's weave in that yarn tail once or twice more. So, oops, let's grab that. One double crochet stitch. I'm gonna fix this so my hand is holding it nice and tight in my left hand. Here's the second, and here's the third, and I'll weave this yarn tail in just one more time in the next stitch, just to keep it secure enough there. Once, half double crochet number 2, double crochet number 3, and there we go. So I'll cut this yarn tail in just a bit. I'll move it away for this exact moment. One double crochet stitch. I keep saying half. Here's the second, and this one is the third. And we are just going to do this all the way around to create a beautiful flowery wide border for my flower bouquet that I am making for my wonderful sister Harmony, who has her 27th birthday tomorrow. So that is super exciting. At least I think she's 27. She's either 27 or 28. Oh my gosh, I can't remember now. I think she's 27. I want to say it's 27. 27. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Once, twice, 3 times. How are you guys today? No one's been writing in the chat since Starry Ari left, I believe. Unless you're still here, Starry Ari. Hey girl, how are you? This hasn't been a good time for a live session today, but you guys are awesome. Thanks for following me. Thanks for being here. If you haven't followed me yet on TikTok, please do. And Instagram as well. We have posts on Instagram. Guys, please subscribe if you haven't already as well to this YouTube channel. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. We're coming out with lots of tutorial videos for you. And we are going to continue growing this channel as best as we can. So hopefully you guys can join us on that journey. Love to have you here. Thank you so much. Okay, we're continuing with these half double crochet. And can you see how it's making this sort of wave? That's because we're making 3 half double crochet stitches in every one of those front loops. So once, twice, 3 times, once, twice, and 3 times. And if this is a way that if you ever wanted to practice crochet, amigurumi is the best way you can practice crochet, I swear. So like even right now, me doing these double crochet stitches, 3 in every front loop, like that's a lot of practice, right? So you got 42 times 3, what's that? 126 stitches in just double crochet, working in the front loop. That's a lot of practice. And the rest of it is mostly single crochet. Again, it's a lot of practice. This is why amigurumi style is one of the best styles for people learning how to crochet. Not only that, but you learn the learning is fun, and the reason why it's fun is because you make something relatively quickly, especially if you're crocheting like with 4-ply yarn or plushy style yarn, and you're just following a regular pattern. You end up with a product at the end that you fall in love with, then you become addicted to crochet and you're learning the whole way. This is why I recommend amigurumi stuff compared to granny squares where you're making just the same thing over and over and over again. It's a mundane process. It takes long. And before you end up finishing it could be like 3-4 weeks. Whereas if you start some amigurumi project, like start with a tulip key chain or something like that, it takes like a day, less than, and you end up with something so beautiful that just makes you inspired and happy and excited to make more. That's what I mean. So amigurumi, that's the terminology, by the way. It's like little toys or something in Japanese. This is like the perfect way if you want to begin a crochet journey, then I totally recommend you working on some amigurumi projects. And on this channel, I have a ton of tutorials, so you can follow those and check them out. And if you ended up following a tutorial, don't forget to tell me. And if I've made any mistakes, please write them in the comments as well, and I will correct them in the comments and pin it. I'm sure I've made a few mistakes in some of my tutorial videos with just like the pattern writing, but at least you'll be able to see me do it as well, and you'll be able to see what I'm doing at the same time. So we are almost finished our bouquet. We've got a couple more front loop stitches to go. Again, I have no idea where my yarn needle is. I'm gonna have to look for it. Oh, maybe I do, actually. I do have an idea where it is. I just came back from the Philippines and I miss my bestie already. I was only there for 4 weeks, so it didn't feel that long. It went by pretty quickly. But yeah, the next step is to apply for her visa again. She's just working on crochet, selling in the Philippines, which a video is coming out soon to show you that. And she'll be doing that until she can earn enough money in her bank account for the next couple of months so that she can show that she's got an income stream. And then we'll apply for her visa maybe at the end of or beginning of May, which would be super fun. And I'm thinking of applying for the 10-year Australian visa. So she's been denied already like 4 times for just the tourist stream. Can't believe it. So I'm thinking maybe try the 10-year one. It costs a lot more. It's like a 1,500. It's huge the amount that they ask for just for visas these days. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I really want her to come see my home country and us be able to travel back and forth as well. I don't understand why we can't do that. Immigration is the worst right now. And yeah, it sucks that the Philippines is one of those countries where they can't really travel anywhere without visa. And I think it's because a lot of people have tried to do it illegally, which has made the system a lot harder for the actual ones who are truthful and want to, you know, just fly back and forth, see family and things like that. Okay, here we're making a slip stitch to finish this all off, and I'm just going to pull this through. We're going to weave these inside later on, but for now we'll leave it as is. And there we go. So this is the bouquet. Hey Sprout. Oh my gosh, you're awesome. I got face emoji. You better sub. You're awesome. Thanks so much. We got 3 likes on this live that we've been going for almost an hour. But look, here is the flower bouquet. We have officially done the flower bouquet, which is perfect. Now, we do need to make these flowers, but I'll make these in my own time. But at least you can learn how to make the bouquet if you ever wanted to make a bouquet. And you could do whatever you wanted for the flowers. I'm going to make some flowers here and just sew them in with some leaves as well, just until all of this is nice and full. And if you ever wanted me to show you how to do that, comment down in this live, and in the next live, I will show you how to make some of those wonderful flowers. But we have a beautiful bouquet. We'd probably chain something here in white and make a little bow up here, and then I'll add a keychain, and then we're done. And then, yeah, but this here is the flower bouquet. At least we have the flower bouquet nice and done. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. You guys are awesome. Love you guys so much, and we will see you in our very next live. And tutorial videos are coming out soon, so make sure you're subscribed and you have your notification bells on so you can see when those tutorials and our vlogs come out. Anyways, thanks, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.